Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man once again, and today we are doing another book review, or a light novel review more than anything. And today we will be reviewing Toradora, Volume 1. This is written by Yuyuko Takemiya and illustrated by Yazu. Now, this is published by Seven Seas, and this is under their regular light novel Seven Seas Entertainment line, but now they do have a new line called the Airship, which I think all of the light novels are going to be rebranded as. So I'm not really sure how that works, but mine is still a regular Seven Seas. Now, the demographic here is shonen as far as I can tell, and the genres are rom-com and slice of life. And this does have an adaptation, both a manga and an anime, which I watched the first 2 episodes of, and I thought the pacing of it was a little too fast because the first 2 episodes cover all of this volume, and I thought that I understood why, but I thought that it was really fast, and it actually didn't let the big emotional impact of the end of the volume hit because it happened so quickly. But overall, I think a lot of people enjoy the manga and the anime, not the manga, and it actually led to the popularity of the light novel, as far as I'm aware. So do check it out and enjoy the adaptations if you so want to. Now, the premise here is that Ryuji and Taiga, this girl, are two basically very misunderstood young people. They're seen as delinquents by everyone else because they don't really fit in the same way that everyone else does. And because they have these looks about them. Basically, they both have resting bitch face. And and it doesn't really work for them, and everyone just assumes that they're delinquents and they're misunderstood. But then eventually, for some odd reason, they end up meeting each other in a really weird way and realizing that, you know, they have more in common with each other than they thought. And along the way, they also learn that they each have a crush on one of the other's friends, and so they decide to basically form a pact in which they help each other with their crushes. Mostly in this volume, we focus on Ryuji helping Taiga, but the point is that eventually there's supposed to be, you know, Taiga helping Ryuji with his crush. And along the way, they find companionship with each other, and it almost feels like they fell in love with each other without even realizing it, and it's very interesting. And I really enjoyed it, and I think this is a light novel that a lot of people should read because it's very, very good. Now, the plotline here is actually a really good thing. It's very well written. It's very easy and comfy to read. And it actually is just kind of really heartwarming and kind of enjoyable. There's a good amount of funny moments here that I found really good. And overall, it's a very fun, easy to read plot. This isn't something crazy. It's not going to be like, you know, really tactical. Like, it's not going to be like, okay, we have this plan and we have to make sure it's perfect and we then have to execute it. It's not like that. It's very much like just two friends doing dumb things because they're trying to, you know, get noticed by their crush, and it doesn't work. So basically the key plot points here are the first day of school, the meeting between Ryuji and Taiga, and then 2 or 3, I can't remember exactly. The details are kind of fuzzy because I've read this a while ago. Or like a couple days ago, honestly. I think there's 2 or 3 plans that they set up for Taiga to do in order to get close to her crush, Yazuka, I think is his name. And then they end up at the last big plot point is this kind of like situation where like Taiga gets really emotional and chooses to kind of stray away from Ryuji in order to kind of like protect him, I guess, or something like that. And it's a very nice thing. I'm not going to say more than that because this isn't really a spoiler, but it's something that I think really pays off if you know, or if you read it completely on your own. So yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. It was really well done. I think that the author did a really good job, and this is the same author as Golden Time, so this is a much better book than that, and I really enjoyed the plotline here a lot more than I did in the first volume of Golden Time. So yeah, that's it for that. Now the characters here are very good. I really love both of them. I think they're really interesting, and I love and enjoy so much how they interact with each other. It's a very classic, like, normal-ish main character and like a weird tsundere female character. And I usually don't like tsunderes, but she's just so cute about it that I really enjoy how she comes off. Basically, Taiga is a tsundere and she's immensely violent, but there's a reason for it and it makes sense. And it basically because she's lonely and she's frustrated with her life. And it's not actually like malicious. She just doesn't know how to express herself, which is very interesting. And she's aware of it though. And so she does these things, but she feels bad about them later. And I really enjoy the way that she interacts with Ryuji. It's also because she doesn't actually, like, I guess she's mean to him, but it's not like really abusive, I guess, because a lot of tsundere characters are actually like immensely abusive to the main character. And Taiga, it's not really the case. She's just kind of like a little bit too mean, like compared to like a regular interaction between friends. And just her backstory is very interesting and I loved it a lot. Ryoji, he's like a good character. I really enjoy him, but he's not all that special. He has enough about him to make him interesting and different, but he's not like really fleshed out. He basically looks like a delinquent and everyone thinks he's a delinquent, but he's actually really kind and respectful individual, and it's actually really nice. And he kind of takes care of Taiga because he notices that, hey, this is a person that has problems like mine, but that doesn't have anyone to, you know, share her life with the way I have with my mother, right? And so it's a very interesting kind of like, I don't know how to say it, but like he takes her in because he understands what she's going through and decides that it's better to go through it together than alone, if that makes kind of sense. And, you know, really cool. The crushes here are Yusuka, which is Ryuji's best friend, and Kushida, which is Taiga's best friend. So you guys see where things are kind of going here. And as far as I understand it, in the future, things happen and like that goes away, but I'm not really sure. So, you know, keep that in mind. Now, world building wise, there's none here. I mean, there's nothing. There's some like setting development about where they are in the school and how it affects the characters, but it's really just like general story stuff and general stuff that is common in Japan that doesn't really make sense to us. But I mean, that's it. There's no actual world building in terms of like changing things up, right? So there is that. Now, the art here is very good. I really enjoyed it, but I think it looks better in color as opposed to in the black and white way. It's not very realistic. It's very stylized in a very specific way that I really can't put my finger on, but I really like it and it's very nice. But like I said, I like it better in color. In black and white, sometimes it feels really awesome and sometimes it feels like, okay, this is good, but I'm not blown away. And it's not really a bad thing because it kind of fits really nicely with the style, but it makes everyone kind of look like they're dolls, I get, like wooden dolls, and not in like a lifeless sense, in the sense of like that's the style they went for. And I guess that kind of makes sense with how Taiga is characterized. But I don't know, it's cool. Fan service wise, there is none, and it really doesn't fit with any of the characters, and so it's understandable that there isn't any. Would I have liked some? No, not really. I don't think it would have fit with the style of the story. But yeah, now rating wise, I think there's a 4.5 out of 5. It didn't miss anything, but there was something that like, there wasn't anything that really sparked my love for this story or that made me, you know, feel that it was something amazing. It was really good and I really enjoyed it, and it deserves as many points as I can give it, but since it didn't blow me away in any way, I can't like give it a 5, you know, according to my own what's it called, ratings, I guess. So that's it for me. It's a 4.5 out of 5. Now, I definitely recommend this title. I think it's very good and it's really enjoyable, and I think it's only 10 volumes, so it's actually not that hard to collect, which is really great because a lot of light novel series are like 16 volumes plus, which is like really crazy. There's so many books in a lot of these series. Yeah, now similar titles, I'm not really sure. Besides the one I did for 10 type books, there's no way a side character like me could be popular, right? That one I think is the best representation or best equivalent to this that I've read. And it's not exactly. There's quite a few differences, but the main characters are very similar in that sort of like, oh, he's a delinquent, but he's actually not. He's just a really nice, quiet guy that has the, resting bitch face thing. So I think that's the best one that I can recommend that is very similar to this. Obviously, there would probably be some others if I had read more, but so far I haven't, so that's the best thing I've got. Now, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Have you read Toradora or watched the anime or the manga? And how did you like it? Did you think I said anything wrong? Did I mess up? Did I spoil anything that I probably shouldn't have? And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys once again. See ya.